Greetings, greetings. Angela Bixby here, founder of Energy Intuit, creatrix of the Conscious Psychic Program. I like to come to you all every week on Wednesday in this group at noon-ish Eastern Time to talk about different topics, touch on different topics that support psychic development, spiritual awakening, and really how to kind of be a 5D human and navigate being in the 3D while being a 5D human. So welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. I hope everyone is having brilliant summers or winter if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. Here in the greater Philadelphia area where I reside, we're dealing with the heat of summer today, and it's beautiful, clear skies. So as I said in my post earlier, I'll jump right in. And I've been bringing through more channeled messages lately, right? So historically, if you look at the lives that are down below in this group for the last 15 months or so, most of them are on teaching topics around psychic development, different things that come up, different questions that people have about all of the different aspects about connecting to spirit, how to move things forward, process, spirit guides, etc. Today, I wanted to share with you a message that's been coming through pretty resoundingly, that's been channeling through for many students and in circles and clients and for myself. The message is that the past is not the post. Spirit was using a British word for news, right? So the past is not the post is kind of how the message came through the other day. It's one of many ways it's been coming through. And they also said that yesterday's news does not determine the future. And so think about how many of you, myself included, I know I have grown up with a knowing or have been told that past behavior is the best predictor of future behavior. That is one way that we attach to these thoughts, these truisms, these tales in our society and our culture that we all perpetuate and move forward. It doesn't matter whether that used to be true or not. Part of what Spirit's been trying to come through with is that it's really important if you're someone who's here and committed to evolving your soul and growing your soul, whether it's through psychic development, whether it's through energy healing, whether it's through channeling, whether it's through being a better human, right, as part of your spiritual awakening, whatever your sort of reasons and pull and draw and compel to be a better person and to evolve spiritually, if you're here to be a better person and evolve spiritually, whether consciously or unconsciously, then they're saying that this is kind of an imperative that we all really disconnect with this from this kind of thinking, because we're in a new place where the excuse me, as I'm thinking about what I plan to say and also listening to spirit and kind of honoring the bit of the channel, it can get a little wonky when I communicate. So thank you for your patience and grace. I appreciate it for my humanity as I do this. The message has been really about disconnecting from these kinds of thinking in order to level the playing field, in order for all of us to kind of come to a place where we are creating the world in the ways that we want to, in spite of all of the negativity and everything we're seeing falling away and breaking down, etc. Old ways, old paradigms, problems with government, geopolitical stuff, the environment, the earth, all of it, right? Like we're seeing all of this stuff roiling and building in these transformative 20s. And it can be really easy to focus on that stuff. Oh no, the world is burning, right? It's very, very strong pull and call to all of that. This is a pulling to the other part of the equation, right? Where Spirit's saying, hey, this is one of the things that you can do, is you can detach from a lot of these past stories and these past knowings and things that we perpetuate about each other. When you think about, past behavior is the best determinant of future behavior, right? This old axiom that I was working with, and so many people are, or some version of that. It's basically perpetuating a belief that people can't change and grow, and that isn't fair. So we're kind of throwing stuff at people. We're making assumptions about people, including ourselves. When we think those things, say those things, perpetuate those things, we're reinforcing those beliefs. We're reinforcing our limitations as well as the limitations of others to really evolve and crawl out of places that they've been and move to new places to have new experiences. This goes part and parcel with so many of the messages that I've been receiving over the last number of months. I can say that right now we're at a time, whether if you're here, you believe in this stuff and you're interested in this stuff. So, but this also goes for people that may not be in these spheres. I shared last month some different evidence and anecdotes about spontaneous healing, physical healing. Now, there's another one where I'll share this example with you. as I was training in all different energy healing modalities, which I started doing in my early 40s, I'm in my mid 50s now, when I had my conscious spiritual awakening call, when I left corporate America 10 years ago, but I was in psychic school in 2010. So for me, right around the age of 40 is when I shifted into just really kind of doing this stuff and starting to get my training. So in all of the energy healings that I would learn, I'm a Reiki master of many different healing modalities. What they would say is that disease begins in the energetic body. This is what I was taught, right? These were foundational thoughts for energy healing. Energy starts in the, disease starts in the energetic bodies. And then when they kind of come through our aura and make their way into our physical body, energy healers and energy healing practitioners and teachers would say, it's almost too late. Like you can't address physical healing in the physical body with energy at this point. That is one of the many beliefs that it's time for us to let go of. Because, as I'm reminding you that last month I brought through a message about healing and healing for women and spontaneous healing. I can't even tell you, I'm not going to spend the time here, but I have like 6 anecdotal cases of people having situations in their physical body, they all happen to be women, that our old medicine said could not be cured, could not be changed. And the bodies are doing what the bodies are doing, and they're rejuvenating and re-enlivening. And so it's happening, like it's happening all around us. People might not be talking about it. So one of the things that they're coming through, and the purpose of this message that I'm sharing today in this live, is that it's really important to disconnect from thinking along the lines of people can't change, past behavior is determinant of future behavior, is indicative of future behavior, etc. Because we're not giving ourselves and other people the grace and the joy and the expansiveness for quantum healing and for creation of this new earth. I've bristled at that term for a long time because it can be thrown around. It can seem as though, like I used to hold a belief for a while that throwing around the new earth term was a little bit escapist and not really dealing with the realities that were here, and possibly othering and possibly suggesting there's a utopia that some of us will be in, right? There are a lot of reasons that I kind of bristled when I heard that phrase. And as we get more into it and we move through the 20s more, I'm embracing it more. I'm understanding it more for myself. A lot of what building this new earth paradigm and these new paradigms are absolutely about us doing our own healing, cleaning up what really does and doesn't work for us, letting go of things like past behavior is the best determinant of future behavior, right? It's really important that we let go a lot of that stuff that we may be holding within us and perpetuating that really may not resonate with our beliefs anymore. They may not be where we want to go. If we want to do things differently and live differently and be part of the expansion of the universe and creating new ways of relating and supporting and loving each other, if we want to raise the vibration of the planet more, it is really important that we detach from some of those things. One thing that you guys may know about me, if you've been here for any bit of time or worked with me or studied with me, is that I'm a really, 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 really deep empath. The more I move through this, the more that I develop, the more that I realize just how deeply I'm affected by other people's feelings and thoughts and experiences. And so a lot of the channelings and things that come through are in support of me and my personal process. And of course, my clients and my students and everyone that I touch through the work that I do, which is a deep and high honor for me to be in this role, to be speaking to you and teaching to you and to kind of, carry this mantle forward of spiritual support and spiritual teaching and mentoring. But so a lot of the messages, of course, as we all experience, certainly have a very deeply personal flavor. I had occasion recently to be gathered with extended family and to really watch and see the depth in someone whom I love in my family. I was able to really see them in a different light and see just how much pain they're in and how much they've been carrying around a lot of beliefs and things from the past, along the lines of the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior, right? And so I was able to see it outside of myself. And of course, then that experience helped me look more inside myself and see then where I still am doing that too and what I'm still carrying. And so I like to speak from my personal experiences when it's respectful and when it isn't too sort of revealing and such. It doesn't make people uncomfortable and certainly doesn't out anyone that's in my world, right, out of respect for them. But I will say that this message is really, really redolent and relevant for many, many people. As I said, it's been coming through in development circles. It's been coming through for other clients as well as myself. And so I encourage you today, if you're listening to this and want to go within a little bit, take a look at what beliefs you may have within you that you've been carrying around that you're ready to release. There's so many different ways to release and practices to release. You can certainly search those. You probably have a lot of those that you use. Self-healing is really important right now, and deepening our awareness of who we are and what beliefs and thoughts we're carrying around is only going to serve humanity better and our own lives better. The more that we cut ourselves a break and cut ties and let go and release some of the weight of what we've been carrying around in terms of our old beliefs that are no longer relevant, the lighter we'll feel, the more we'll be able to be in joy and love and be of service and support to our brothers and sisters on the planet, the rest of humanity and all of the beings, including the animals and the trees and all of that. So in an effort to lighten your load, in an effort to support your own self-healing, in an effort to support your own spiritual growth and your own psychic development, because I can tell you that if you're carrying around a lot of weight with old beliefs and thoughts, those are like dirty oil clogging up your filters, right? And when psychic development, I talk about the fact that we all, by virtue of being a human, a spirit and a human body, we've got our filters that our messages will come through. When you do deep self-healing or light self-healing, when you address your own work, you clear your filters. So you're able to divine more purposefully for others. You're able to really be more supportive, more helpful, contributing to healing paradigms for others, as well as yourself when you've done that for yourself. So take a look at how you can clean out your filters today or this week, what you can let go of, what no longer serves you. Even examine some of the things that you may be carrying around and dictating by rote that really don't apply to you. Right? You might think that there are things that you say and do and you wonder where it came from and you've sort of made it work for you, but maybe it didn't originally feel right to you. So I'm encouraging you to examine your beliefs and thoughts and anything that might be bringing it some extra weight to your filters in your spiritual development process today and release them. We are in this window right now with huge healing, as I've said. And so if you're catching this live or this video farther down the line, it's all good. It's not like you've missed a window. If you're catching this now and you've got time, be in the work. It's really worth it. There's a lot of collective energy that's moving a lot of people forward fast, a lot of strong, deep healings. All kinds of things are happening. Sort of many miracles are happening left and right. And the more that we focus on those and focus on what we can do to lighten our loads, the more that we can be a contributor and a foundation layer for really the ways that we do want to relate as a humanity and the ways that we do want to support each other and hold space for each other and help each other heal ourselves and help heal each other. All right, I hope this has been helpful and relevant to anyone that's listening to it. Coming out of this beautiful message that Spirit brought to us today, I have a couple of housekeeping notes. Number one, I'm running a remote viewing workshop tonight. It's on Zoom from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern. It's $40. There should be an event and a link below to register. If you click on that, you can still sign up. There are seats available. I will lead you guys through. I'll do some teaching, and then I'll give you 3 different targets one at a time. We'll go through, people will remote view them. We'll come back, talk about it, go through, remote view them, come back, talk about it. So my style is experiential teaching. So I facilitate experiences for you to have experiences with your skills so that you can grow that way exponentially through your skills and what you're experiencing and learning more about how you experience, because we all do experience our psychic skills and gifts differently. So that's going on tonight. On Friday, August 25th, I'm running an awakening circle, and that's also via Zoom from 6 to 9 p.m. And that's $40 as well, but it's 3 hours. Tonight's 2 hours. And what goes on in an awakening circle is that I trance channel for about the first 60 to 60 minutes-ish. I'll teach a little bit and then channel, and then a quick break. The channeling are higher dimensional guides. They tend to be big group messages for everyone. And then we shift into the second half where everyone in attendance receives personal messages. So you're welcome to bring questions to the awakening circle. And when it's your segment in the second half, go ahead and pose the questions and I'll channel responses for you. So it's a really high vibrational event. Sometimes people just come for the energy. People like to come to hear the messages that Spirit wants to channel through, as well as people come for personal reasons to get questions answered. So you're welcome to that too. In September, right after Labor Day, September 5th, I'm opening up enrollment again for the Conscious Psychic program. Drum roll, please. So enrollment will be opening in just a few weeks. If that is something you've been eyeing, if you would like to jump into a psychic development program, it's a year in length. It's a year commitment. It is not a short process. And essentially, the best parts of what goes on in the conscious psychic program, aside from your own exponential growth, are that I run 6 development circles per week. So you have 6 chances every week to jump on a circle on Zoom audio and read your peers and be read by your peers. There's no better way to grow your psychic skills than experientially, and from my perspective. And that is the hallmark and sort of my claim to fame with the Conscious Psychic program. There are 22 members currently, so circles can have anywhere from 3 people to 10 people on them. Lots of different personalities, people from one from a different country, most from all over this country. And it's a really, really rich way to be right there in the practice and in the skills and learning about yourself and expanding your skills by working through my basic few-step process that I teach for psychic development that applies to all different levels and all different experiences. So enrollment for that Conscious Psychic program is opening up in September. If you wanted to jump on the phone now for a free half hour and discuss your readiness for it and whether or not you're ready for the program and whether or not the program is the right fit for you, go ahead and schedule that call in now while things are quieter. Things are going to get really busy in September. You can also have a call in September. Enrollment will be open from September 5th through September 23rd, which is the autumnal equinox. So it'll be about 18 days that portal is open for enrollment. So if you want to jump on the phone now, make your decisions, line up your funds, look at your schedule, plan when your sessions might be with me, start to get used to when the development circles are, so you can get those on your calendar and plan for the fall. Now's the time to jump on. So feel free to schedule that in. There's a link below on that too. If you want to schedule in a free half-hour call to discuss the Conscious Psychic program, your readiness for it and its appropriateness for you. All right, I wish you all blessed rest of your August 16th. Today's a new moon as well. So if you're doing new moon wishes, here's a reminder to launch those new moon wishes. And I wish you all well. I will see you next week, same place. Take care. Bye.